Apple has just released a new iPad mini, and at the first glance it seems like a solid upgrade. An A17 Pro chip, support for the Apple Pencil Pro, base storage bumped to 128GB, and new colors, if you can call it that, all for $499. But if we dig deeper, it's easy to understand that the whole update isn't exactly what it seems. It's clear that Apple is more focused on making this device part of the Apple Intelligence ecosystem than actually improving it for everyday users. First, let's talk about the screen. But before we do that, if you end up enjoying the video, why not subscribe? The display is still not laminated. At least it doesn't say anywhere that it is, and knowing Apple, it's definitely not. This means that there will be a visible gap between the display and the panel itself. It's something that Apple should have addressed by now, but clearly it's not a priority to them. They're just trying to get Apple Intelligence in everyone's hands because AI is a marketing thing right now, so by giving everyone access to it, everyone can experience Apple Intelligence and hopefully for Apple switch to their products. And also, this release is more like a gap between the iPhone 16 announcement and the upcoming October event, which will feature new MacBooks. Sure, it's a powerful upgrade, but what's the point of more power if the iPad mini is still limited in key areas? For instance, despite it having more RAM than the iPad Pro 2018, which ran on the A12X, and this is running on the A17 Pro for a second, guess which one has Stage Manager? Apple is obviously holding back on certain premium features that could make the iPad mini a more attractive option. Apple also increased the base storage to 128GB and added support for the Apple Pencil Pro, which might sound like a decent upgrade, but doesn't really justify the $499 price tag. At the end of the day, you're paying premium prices for what feels like an entry-level device with just minor upgrades. It's not like they've revolutionized anything. If you're in the market for a new iPad and are considering the new iPad mini, for around the same amount of money, you could get a used iPad Pro with the M1 chip, which is also going to support Apple Intelligence if you really care about that. You'll also get a stunning 120Hz mini LED display if you go for the 12.9-inch model or an LCD display on the 11-inch. The iPad Pro has better battery life, better speakers, more power, and is aging like fine wine. It's a much better device overall for roughly the same price. And if you're not into buying used, which I understand, you could always go for a refurbished iPad Air 5th Gen with the M1 chip directly from Apple. And in case you don't know, refurbished by Apple is basically the same thing as new. Sure, you won't have a 120Hz display, but at least the screen is laminated, so there won't be a big-ass gap between the display and the glass. It's also bigger with better speakers and battery life than the Mini. For the same price, it's just a much better overall experience. By the way, if you're interested in how buying refurbished directly from Apple can save you money, I've got a video on that too, so check it out. At the end of the day, I would only recommend the new iPad mini if you really need a new tablet and it has to be an iPad. Otherwise, there are much better options out there for your money. Whether it's a used iPad Pro or a refurbished iPad Air, you're gonna get a more capable device that will last you longer and give you a better overall experience. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing, and thanks for watching. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.